Welcome to this special audio ebook. This one is really going to be a super eye-opener video where you will completely understand about e-commerce business model. We will see how in a duration of 7 hours you can start earning money and fill your pockets with cash. So, are you ready to learn about this e-commerce business model where in a duration of 7 hours you will learn the secrets of this business? The easiest, most straightforward way to sell a great product or a service is to sell something you want to use. That lets you design what you know, and you will figure out immediately whether or not what you are selling is any good to market. At 37 Signals, they build products. They need to run their own business. For example, they wanted to keep track of a new potential customers and when they need to follow up them next. So they brought a new product that is HighRise, which is their contact management software. There was no need for focus groups, market studies, or middleman. They had the issue, they had the problem, so they solved it. When you sell a product or a service, you make the call on hundreds of tiny decisions each day. If you are solving someone else's problem, you are constantly stabbing in the dark. When you solve your own problem, the light comes on. You know exactly what the right answer is. This is what the essence of e-commerce business model. If you have some problem or facing issues, it is likely that others might too face the similar problems. Selling products which sorts your problem will also help other potential customers to solve their own issues. So, the key is to find the problems you might be facing and see products that might solve it. Inventor James Dyson scratched his own problem while vacuuming his home. He realized his bag vacuum cleaner was constantly losing suction power and dust kept clogging the pores in the bag and blocking the airflow. It wasn't someone else's imaginary problem. It was a real one that he experienced firsthand. So he decided to solve the problem and came up with the world's first cyclonic bagless vacuum cleaner. Vic Firth came up with the idea of making a better drumstick while playing timpani for the Boston Symphony Orchestra. The sticks he could buy commercially didn't measure up to the job, so he began making and selling drumsticks from his own basement at home. Then, one day, he dropped a bunch of sticks on the floor and heard all the different pitches. That's when he began to match up sticks by moisture content, weight, density, and pitch, so they were identical pairs. The result became his product tagline, that is the perfect pair. Today, Vic Firth factory turns out more than 85,000 drumsticks a day and has a 62% market share in the drumstick market. Now, talking about track coach Bill Bowerman, he decided that his team needed better, lighter running shoes. So he went to his workshop and poured rubber into the family's waffle iron. And that's how Nike's famous waffle sole was born. These people scratched their own problems and exposed a huge market of people who needed exactly what they needed. That's how you should do it now. When you build or sell what you need, you can also assess the quality of what you make quickly and directly instead of by proxy. So today what we are going to do is we are going to understand about e-commerce business model. So as we go along now, you must pay close attention because what we are going to do is we are going to show you this process where we go through finding a niche market and set up an e-commerce site. This can be with your own domain with website, or also it can work with Amazon or other e-commerce giant. This is the idea of going from nothing to getting some kind of results. We will set up a new site, finding a new niche, get some offers, and actually get results within 7 hours. So, how are you like if I could get some kind of results in 7 hours? That would be awesome. Whether it's clicks, whether it's sales, or whether it's any kind of form. Whatever something in 7 hours would be really very cool. But here now, we got to tell you a lot of stuff that you see in this video that you're going to hear in this ebook. The results are varied from person to person. In e-commerce business model, people that try to make money, very few succeed, mostly because they don't take any action on the stuff they learn. But we truly believe that if you're going to do stuff you learn, if you follow the plan, if you stick through it, and if you roll your sleeves to make this work, we believe that everyone can get results if they really want to. Okay, watching videos here is not going to make you rich. You got to do the stuff. If this business doesn't make sense, if you don't see where's the money coming from, then you should be not in this business getting. Right? You got to learn how this works, and we are going to break it down. We are going to show you the 7 hours cash flow machine. We want to strive to be better, and we want to strive to give value. If you strive to be better and strive to give value, you will succeed in long term. We have got to tell you that the value is in the eye of customer. Value is in the eye of your market. Value could be something very easy, right? So you got to have the right market, and if you have the right market, you are providing the values. You just go after what they want. You focus on what they need and you give it to them in a really simple way. So strive to be better and give more. We want to write this stuff down as we go really very fast. We are gonna go really concise, really clear, and at the end, you're going to be like, it is this simple that really what I got to do? Yeah, that's what you got to do, and in a good way, not a bad way. So to overview, what we are going to talk about today is we are talking about finding a niche, getting a market, and making it work in 7 hours. Okay, here's the deal. The internet is big. It is fast. It's instant. And your customer is somewhere right now. So you want to sell and products and make money. Good. Your customer is somewhere in the world using internet. For instance, you want to sell your web hosting services. Good. Your customer is online. You want to teach people how to find maps. Good. Again, your audience is out there somewhere right now. Now, it is a matter of this concern what niche you are in, what market you are in. You don't need to invent a customer for your business. Your customer already exists. It's already hanging out somewhere. All you got to do is find it and find out what they want and provide some kind of value. So we got to look at that and say our customer is out there somewhere right now. So how soon can you make money right now? They are looking up for various things. 4 million people every 60 seconds are searching Google. People are on Facebook right now. People are watching Instagram right now. And now you want to get in front of them. So figure out a way to get in front of them, right? Now, if you guys are new here and you are not yet subscribed, to make sure you subscribe, click the bell so that you get my notifications because we got a new video coming later this week about making money, which is really very cool. But for right now, let's go over this. And here we are. All we got to do is provide value. We are going to find a market. We are going to evaluate our traffic. Very simple. In second hour, we are going to test our market with either a direct link or a small site. Very simple, right? In third hour, we are going to locate where's the money at in the market. Okay. In fourth hour, we are going to test our offers, our design, or maybe an opt-in form. Fifth hour is going to be exciting. We are going to find out what the market really wants. In sixth hour, we are going to plug in more profit centers and backend profits. Very cool. And seventh hour is to follow up sequence and backend profits. Very simple. Okay, here's the key. Be creative and give the market what they ultimately want. So, very important, we got to be creative. Now, let's go ahead and dive in. We are gonna get into this stuff really quickly. It is designed to find and extract cash from any market. This is really not to be bothered about what we are doing. This is gonna work. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is find your market. You could do this with the keyword tools, trend sites, or you could use ClickBank right now. Let's break it down. How do you find a market? What is a market? What does that even mean? Well, what we need to do is we need to create a customer ideal profile. Okay, we got to think about our ideal customer, which might be the best fit for our products. It is kind of certain people with similarities. Okay, so we want to find customers with similarities. Let's make this write down, and your niche is something where you have the group of customers that have similar interest. Now the cool thing about this is we want to find out where our markets are hanging out right now. We want to look at this and say, well, where our customers are hanging out, like what's going on in the internet world. We are going to see like they are hanging out in Facebook groups or chatting in WhatsApp or maybe even posting in LinkedIn. You can look at search, right? And we can always go to the Google keyword tool and find out what people are searching for. Or simply, we can look at trends. We can look at topics that are booming right now. We can look at what's happening on social media. On Google, we can check the trends everywhere. Does this make sense to you? They may be on Facebook, yes, or maybe they are in forums right now. Forums are a great place to go, right? You go there and you are like, forums are out there, and these people are literally hanging out, telling them what the problems are. Disney, it makes a fortune because they know these problems of people or customers. It's like the cult that loves this stuff, and when you have the profile of ideal customer that knows the stuff. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go out there and we want to find out our market. We want to understand what they want, jot down what they want, very important. Okay, so let's go into the next part, which is we want to evaluate our market. Like what's going on in a market. We can check the Google AdWords planner. We can check the banner ads if it's gonna be expensive. We can look at Instagram. If it's too competitive, we can look at forums. And if we can write things, we can send to them your website. Hey, what do I get to do to get involved in Facebook group? What do I get to do to make this stuff? Or is it gonna be worth our time? Obviously, if there's only 9 people in the group, probably not gonna be worth your time. If there's only 9 people reading your blog post, then probably not going to be worth your time. But if there's a couple of thousand people searching for it, hey, that's maybe something you can do right. Maybe it's something you can work at. So, after you find your market, you want to go through, you'll be like, okay, what is the competition of this keyword like all? Here's the competitors. What is the competition? And we put the slash barrier of entry. In the old days, we used to have to run magazine ads. They were expensive. They were a shot in the dark. We didn't know right away if they are gonna work. But now, we could literally put something up now, just like a post up on Facebook, and you will know within an hour if it's gonna work or not. You could put up an Instagram picture and you will get to know within an hour if it is going to work or not. These are the things you got to know. So, we have got to look at the competition, and the barrier of entry is this. Something we can do right if we go and we are like. If we want to rank on Google for the work or word like make money online, that's the worst thing we can ever say. Because here we go. If we look at it, we see that 4 billion websites are competing for that keyword. And there are a bunch of ads at the top, at the bottom. So this is looking pretty competitive. You could come up until you know and you do the research. This is how you do it. This is something you can do right now. If you get in front of these people, they are searching right. Now, all you got to do is put your stuff in the front of them. So what's the competition barrier of entry? We are gonna look at this now. We are going to say what's the pay-per-click competition? Is there any Facebook group on that topic? Are there any new stuff or tweets? Are there any images on Instagram or Pinterest? Or simply, are there forums on the topics, right? What is showing up for this stuff and how do we get involved? Very important. We look at the barrier of entry and the competition because if we don't do this, we are gonna get into the market and you will be like, we don't pay $5 a click and we make only $2. Well, if you pay 5 and you want to make that, it's called a bad business dealing. That's not gonna make any money. That's going to lose. So we got to look at this. We got to be very simple. We got to be very direct. We got to say what's the competition and what's the barrier of entry. And this is a system that is used over and over to make this stuff again. And if you use it, you will get results. You might not make money in the first bat, but you are gonna through and make it work. The rest of this stuff is right if you look out for just a good offer. No offer is good until you have the right market. If you are like this, one pays $1,000 a sale, that's good. But what if no one wants in that market that product? If you don't look at that, you are gonna be out in the cold and you are gonna be making no money and you are gonna be complaining that internet marketing doesn't work. And it's not that it doesn't work. It's that there had been not been followed the directions. And we have got to look at that. We have got to be straight up and we got to say, let's make this work. Okay, very important. After finding the market and evaluating it, we need to do is research. The research you say, what are the other products performance in the market? These are the things you need to know. Learn about the similar products, how they are performing, how much the market share is, how much the customers are buying, and other such data. Okay, we got to do this very important. We want to do research, the market. We want to say what's going on here. Look at what other products are doing. We are going to look at what other products in a market are doing. So to do that, we look at the ads and see what is selling right now. We will see how the product is different from the other products we are selling. We will see how the landing pages and the sales letter are different. How the prices and the other different things are being set up. So, after doing this in 1 hour, we will find a simple offer after you have researched and studied the market. Alright, what you want to do now is you want to go through and you want to say, okay, well, what offers are there? We can go to places like Amazon. Okay, right. We'll be like, okay, well, if I am in the market where we want to go for maybe the product like electric toothbrush, maybe you are in this market. Okay, we go here and we are like, what we can offer them? Well, that's like different accessories that pay on purchasing it. Good. Okay, what do we have now you want to do is how we are gonna make money with this. Okay, so find your simple offer. Now you could do this and you could like test it with direct linking. So link on Facebook or Instagram or maybe on forums or whatever, could set up a simple page, or you could set up a redirect and link people to that offer, and just to see that if you could get some sales. There had been people trying to do this and they have done pretty well, which is really cool. Okay, very simple. Alright, so direct link offers everything like that. Look at where our offers are now. Once we find our offers, we want to do is we want to set up an ad group and test. So you can go to Amazon, Google AdWords, or you can go to a banner ad place. You can also do SEO or simple image stuff. And then you want to direct link to your offer, that is your website. Okay, after learning about the general issues about the customers, are there any forums? Maybe there's a forum about teeth whitening forum. You could like literally go here and be like, okay, you could post a comment like the top 10 ways to keep cavity out of your teeth, and boom, you can link to your offer. You could direct link, you don't need even a website. Okay, we would recommend that you have a website or at bare minimum a landing page. How are you like? It is so simple. You could you could literally help people out in forums and make money, and like all you need to do is one sale a day at $170, and these people are looking to do that thing anyway, right? You could do that, of course. You could do that. You do whatever within the reason you follow, as long you follow the ethics and the rules. Let's see Reddit. That is a big forum place, but that's a little tough for e-commerce products. But hey, if you link to your site, you could probably get away with it. Let's do this with electric toothbrush. You could just find where people are at, right? And does that make sense to everyone? Go and get that like. Did you have a eureka moment of wow, I could really do that, and if I have my own site, I could link people to it, and seriously, I can make some money. So now is to evaluate the keywords, and okay, the profit words are words like maybe teeth care, dental flow, buy this, price of, coupon or discount, that may have purchasing value. Your evaluation of keywords, the sales figure see to see if your forum's topic get anyone looking at them. Important, remember that the gold is in the keywords. For updated stuff, which is really cool, you are gonna extract your cache niches. Look at your keywords, what the people are searching for on the internet. Build your landing pages, very important, and get traffic to it. You could set this up in 7 hours and get started to get results. Okay, we are going to build a landing page and segregate now. Once as we go through and we see what ads are working and we see where people are buying, okay, then we gonna find like instead of going weight loss, maybe there's people looking for printable weight loss guide. So find the correct keywords. Now it is the time to test the market. You can use this with analytics or you can use this with some software tools available online. The goal is to find out what your market needs to, and so evaluate and ask the market what they want. Building opt-in pages and thank you pages and find out what they are purchasing. Very important. And we don't know how to simplify this anymore. You just got to go do it and bring the results. Alright, this is the key. If you know this, nothing will stop you from building a successful e-commerce business. We are gonna go through and look at for backend and related offers and newsletter content. What you can give them and what you can send them can provide some values. In the old days, what would happen is someone would respond to a magazine ad and they would get like a series of letters. What can you do like? Or here's the tip number 1, how to stay fit. Tip number 2, how to stay healthy. Here's the tip number 3, how to study like genius. And it links to the website or the offer. Good content equals more money. Very important. Here's what we want to do today. Create an autoresponder follow-up sequence which gives tips providing a link to your offers. Remember, the fortune is in the follow-up and the key is to test and repeat it. Thus, this was the blueprint of how to create a successful e-commerce business model. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and we will be back with new videos. Thank you.